Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Part 2 gang, y'all. Let's get it, y'all. Part 2 gang, y'all. Let's get it. Like, share, subscribe. Let's get it. Let's go. Man, I promise you, man, my roommate say, man, he got a hook light up with his sister. I'm like, hook light up with his sister? I'm like, now, I wasn't looking at that like it was a bad thing, but I'm just like, that's how he get into the red team? That's how I looked at it, like, oh, you can hook somebody up with your sister and get into the red team. Y'all see how this was crazy madness in penitentiary, man. Like, we was late to the party. When it came to all this stuff with the red team and the blue, we was late to the party, man. So, like, I don't think nobody followed the rules like how they supposed to on either side of the red or the blue. Like, I'm hearing this, I'm like, this is crazy. You just hook somebody up with your sister and become a member? I'm like, that's wild, man. I was like, man, how you know his sister gonna even talk that? Like, I was like, that's not even guaranteed. He still get in, even if he just hook him up, huh? If he just get a chance with his sister. I was like, to be honest with you, though, I was like, his sister job worth it, though. I was like, but I couldn't be a leader of the red team, man, and be like, yo, you hook me up with your sister, you win. I couldn't do that, man. So me and him sat and talked about it the whole time in the cell. And it's like we went back and forth about our opinions. He was saying like, yo, he didn't like he won't feeling that he did that. He was like, man, you can't put your sister out there just to get into the organization, man. He was like, you can't do nothing like that. He's like, that's what he don't like. And then I was like, yo, for real, man, like looking at her like, man, I like the way he was talking about her that one day that I was talking to him. I was like, I think he liked her. So like, I mean, I don't know, bro. I had mixed feelings about it. Either way, I just felt like it was shaky in the leadership slide. Even though I messed with Light, like, come on, bro. You didn't want to put him down for being a coward, but you would put him down because he hooked you up with his sister? Like, that was a new one for me right there. I ain't even gonna lie, man. So after me and bro sat in the cell all the way up until it was count clear and we chopped it up, they popped the door game. Open the doors. Everybody step out. I come to the till. I look. Steps right there by my joint. I'm looking. I'm like, man, I'm looking. I see everybody. I could tell how the red team, you could tell when the red team about to get in the sun, you could tell how they move. Because a lot of them on the bottom tier, a lot of them on the top tier. So you would see them, they be moving. Everybody moving all fast. And it just, you know what I mean? It just looked like something about to happen. So I already could tell something about to go down. You know what I mean? So I'm just waiting. I'm like, man, this jump crazy. You know what I mean? So took my time coming down the steps. You know, came down the steps, cool, man. Like, cool little walk down the steps, man. Like, I'm watching though. Slowly watching everybody, you know what I mean? Because I know it's tension in the air, but it ain't really tension in the air. They just about to put some work in on Sean. So the dude, like, I told you, he slept in 20, man. So I guess his homeboy slept in cell 10, which is that kind of like, that's not, 11 and 12 is basically all the way in the cut cells, but 10 is beside those in the cut cells, which is still decent. By the showers a little bit, but his homeboy slept in that cell. So I guess that's where they're going to go handle business at. Because when I came down the steps, that's why I see everybody was standing there. You know what I mean? Everybody was kind of standing by cell 10. So they all right there, and they all talking, and it's like, I'm like, oh, where's Sean at? You know what I mean? Because I saw everybody but him. And I looked up, and I could see Sean still in his cell. He was in the mirror, he was like, And I seen him tying a t-shirt in the back of his head. Man, my word, man, I looked at his cell, man, on everything, and I promise you, man, Sean was in the cell, man, thought he was Rambo, man. That man was tying a t-shirt around his head. He was like, He tied that joint, he was like, stepped out to the threshold of his door. He was like, I'm looking at him, I'm like, this man got a t-shirt tied around. I never seen him like that. Like, he got a t-shirt around his head, man. I'm like, man, bro, wildin', man. He stepped out like, he was like, hey, come on, man. Come on, man. He was like, he made the joint a little tighter. He was like, he started walking. Took that walk. He was like, man, Sean got to the front by the door. He was like, hey, look. Don't make me go in there with all the big dudes, man. Yeah, don't make me go in there and fight all the big dudes. You gonna make me fight all the big dudes like? He gave Light a look like, and this was when I first saw that kind of like, yo, he really is like putting his sister up to get into this stuff right here, to get into the red team. He was like, You ain't gonna put me up to get in there and get beat up by all the big dudes, huh, Light? And Light was like, nah, homie. You gonna get some dudes your size. He was like, y'all go in there. Go ahead. Y'all go in there. They all went in the joint before Sean. They all stepped in there. You know what I mean? 5 dudes. They stepped in there. They all get a cell 10. The dude that's sleeping there, 4 other red team members. They all step in the joint. I look at Sean. He got a t-shirt around his head. He keep messing with it. Like, it's like, man, why you got this t-shirt on your head for? He was like, protect my head. To protect my head. Like, was like, man, look, man. I'm gonna tell you like this though. After this, you win. You sacrifice something good. We're gonna make good use. You sacrifice something good for the big homie. And that's what I'm talking about right there, man. Like, you gotta bring something to the table, man. So look, go in here and handle your business. Take your whooping, man. And after that, you're gonna be part of the family. Sean was like, now get in there. He pushed Sean in there by his head. Sean was like, that's how he went in the cell. Sean went in the cell like this. As soon as he went in the cell, I'm right there. I can see directly into the joint. There's a couple bodies in front of the door. I'm like, I can see right in the J. I promise you, I'm looking right in the J. Man, as soon as he mushed Sean in the cell, man, all you seen was he going to say, you just seen dudes they just drop the beads on him. He was like, he was just spinning in the punches. Boom, 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 boom. Punches was coming from everywhere. Boom, 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 boom. He was like, boom, 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 boom. I promise you, I looked up, that t-shirt flew out into the pod. That joke that was on his head, man, that joke was laying on the floor game, yo. So boom. I looked at the t-shirt, I'm like, look back in the joint, he was still getting to it. Boom, 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 boom. They was in there beating him down. I'm like, looking at that joint like, I'm looking at the clock like, I didn't know how much time it takes to get whooped into a red team. I didn't know this, but I'm looking at the clock. Man, how much time he got? They in there doing him dirty. He hit the ground and said, get up, get up, get up. He was like, he got up. He was like, he thought he was gonna hit him again when he got up. He was like, he's surrounded by red team members. He was like, he was like, yeah. He was like, as soon as he started to go this way, a dude came from the other side and knocked him out. And it was game over, y'all. So boom. My word. They ended up getting him out. Dude knocked him out. Man, dude knocked him out. My word. He got hit. He hit the wall. Boom. And just slumped. He was done. Light was like, that's good. Dude that knocked him out was like, he looked like he been wanting to do that. You know how your adrenaline be running after you knock somebody out? He was like, he all right, homie? Hey, you good, homie? Sean was on the ground like came in that joint. Light was like, man, you know, the lady was like, yo, they closing the doors. Light stepped in the joint. They put the cut up. Or they put the cut up so everybody out the pod like, damn, my roommate looking at the joint like, so crazy, man. My roommate walked over there with me and my homeboys was there. He was like, man, you see this, man? This what he wanted to do. He wanted to do this. He wanted to get in this joint and look at it. I told him he didn't have to do this, man. I even told him before he went in there. I said, for real? He was like, yeah, why you think I shot up the cell as soon as they clear account? I said, man, he ain't listening to nobody, man. I said, that man, admirations and everything that he loved, everything that he want to do, man. He want to be part of the red team, y'all. So boom. Can't talk him out of it, Ron. You can't. This is something you're not going to talk somebody out of in penitentiary. Like, it's not, he's want to feel like he want to be part of a family. And this is what it is now. He sacrificed his sister at the end of the day, and that's messed up. But this is what it is, though, man. So, like, for real, it was all right, man. Like, after he got in, he was kind of like feeling like he was all right, man. Like, of course, he had to chill on bed rest for like a week. You know what I mean? They put him on bed rest for like a week, man. They went and brought him food. They made sure they still came to his door and kicked it with him. You know what I mean? He couldn't do a lot of coming out because his face was messed up, man. They did him dirty. You know what I mean? But for the most part, he was part of the family now, man. He was part of the red team. So now that he's part of the red team, he start coming out, man. He just, like, I'm not going to really say his swag changed, but like he really did, really became a member. Like, he was really a member. Like, you'll see him, and he just was, like, super animated with it. Like, you'll see him sitting on the steps. Like, I used to see him sitting on the steps like he was in deep thought. You know, like, you in the steps in deep thought, you know what I mean? Like, I know dudes that's the red team members, they'll sit on the steps in deep thought. They ain't gonna be all extra with it. You'll see Sean in deep thought pause on the steps like this. He'll have his hands like this. Y'all know that's the red team, Jay. He'll be like, my word. This man on the steps serious like this. Like 30 minutes on the steps like this. Like, man, you cream puff, so boom. I ain't never tell him that, man. But he became an animated red team member. You will see it, man. He got the joint on his wrist. You know what I mean? He done painted the rag out white. We got white rags in that joint, man. He done somehow dyed it red with the marker. So it's like a fake red, slightly pink game. He walking around with that joint in his right pocket game. You know what I mean? Like, he was all the way thug with it. It's like he couldn't wait till the investigator to pull him up like, yo, you a red team member? Let me put you in the books. It's like he couldn't wait for that, man. He couldn't wait for that when he did that, man. And like, that's who he became. That's who he became, man. But in the meantime, he threw bro his sister. So the whole time that, you know what I mean, this is going on, y'all already know Sean trying to put a play together. Sean trying to get on that visiting list. So I'm thinking through the whole time that he's been a part of the red team for probably about a month now. I'm thinking at least Sean at least probably wrote his sister a letter. He probably at least talked to her on the phone a couple times. Like, that's why he got into the red team. So I'm praying this is what I'm thinking that happened. So I see my roommate again. So my roommate come in the cell. He was like, yo, he was like, man, John crazy, man. He was like, yo, like, bro, don't even be talking to me like that no more. He stopped balling. He don't be coming around like that no more. Every time you look up, he eating with the homies. He around the homies. He don't come around me like that. I said, see, that's what happened. I said, see, he got what he wanted, and you should expect that. You can't be mad at that, bro. I said, he wanted to be part of the red team. He was like, yeah, I ain't mad. I'm just more disappointed. I ain't mad. I'm just more disappointed because I would have been the only one that's really going to be there for him, for real, man. He was like, I really rock with him. I was like, bro, sometimes you lose friends, sometimes you grow apart. Pause. That's just how I go. That's just how I go. So I used to give bro a little gang because I was slightly a little older than bro. You know what I mean? He was like Sean age. They was a little younger than me, like a couple years, 3 years younger than me or something like that. So my roommate felt some type of way about it, man, but it was nothing he could do because Sean is part of the red team, y'all. So boom. So like I say, I guess bro already locked in with his sister because they trying to put it together. So I ended up seeing Light again. The reason why I had to talk to Light this time because my homeboy sent me some feezies. Now my homeboy was in one building, old head dude. This is my homeboy, and he was cool, you know what I mean? But he used to always make sure if I don't have it and he can run across it, he would look out for me. So he told me, he was like, oh, bro, I got a couple spoons for you, bro. He was like, look, just send me 5 packs. You can have them joints. I'm like, bet. So he sent me the joints. I get them at dinner. So when I come back in the pod, I tell a couple people. The dude that sleep next door to Light, I tell him. So I guess he told Light. So Light see me, hey, Weezy. Yo, I was like, oh, yeah. I ain't got a lot, but yeah. He was like, all right, look, bro, I got 2 packs of bet. I got you. He was like, all right. So when he come to my cell to get the packs, you know what I mean? He all in a good mood, you know what I mean? He like, yeah, bro. I'm like, yeah, so what's up, bro? What's good with you? How you been? He was like, man, I'm chilling, man. I said, I see you got your brother-in-law in the car with you now. He was like, oh, you talking about Sean? Oh, yeah. He about to be my brother-in-law. I said, oh, so what's up, though? I said, you know, I heard, bro. He was like, everybody know. I said, man, he hooked you up with his sister, man. He was like, I mean, he knew I've been like that, bro, before anybody, you know what I mean? He was like, she thinks she know me from the street. She thinks she seen me before. You know, so he talking about it. I'm like, yo, that's crazy. I was like, so y'all plug? He was like, yeah, we kicking it. You know? He said, I be talking to her on the phone. She done wrote me a few times. He was like, yeah, bro, we plugged in. He was like, yeah, we plugged in. Definitely. He was like, I'm trying to get her on my visiting list now. He was like, they acting crazy though. You know what I mean? He was like, man, I don't know. Because this back when, you know somebody visiting list, you know somebody visiting list. This is like Lawrenceville let you change up. Like, for you to change up on Sussex, you got to write the warden. You got to go through a whole bunch of stuff, explain them why you trying to come see another inmate. That's what you got to explain. So, like, he said he was in process of that. So he said she done rolled it, she been calling. So he was like, she just been waiting. I was like, bro, I know you can't wait to see her in person. He was like, man, Weezy, I can't wait, bro. I'm going to hug that jump, bro. He said, man, she said she going to jump in my arms. I said, man, yeah, your visit going to be over with. He was like, nah, I ain't going to let her do that, man. He was like, man, but I can't wait, bro. He said, you know, y'all seen her in person. He said, I ain't seen her in person yet. So he said, I'm trying to, you know what I mean? I said, that junk crazy, man. He said, man, and for real, bro, I didn't like his sister so much, man. Yeah, I let her little brother bum home, man. He was like, at first I wouldn't though, but he brought that to the table. That's what it is, you know what I mean? So I'm like, damn. He was like, yo, for real, he's an idiot. You know what I mean? He was like, when I get in, she gonna do whatever big homie tell her. You know what I mean? I'm like, what you mean? I was like, you wanna get that pack? He was like, damn right. What you think it is, Weezy? He said, I've been waiting on an opportunity like this. What you think, bro? Oh, man. He was like, man, listen to me, bro. He was like, if you don't think I'm trying to get this some money, bro. He was like, man, she act like she with it, bro. She gonna have to do that, bro. That's what she gonna have to do, bro. He was like, man, if she ain't with it, bro, I'm gonna make her with it. I'm like, bro, you can't really force nobody to be with it, bro. Like, you can't do it like that, bro. He was like, bro, I'm telling you, bro, like, she gonna be with it, bro. He was like, we just waiting on the warden to come back and do the fix. and then she gonna be on the list game. I was like, man, all right, you know what I mean? So me and him did a transaction, and bro slid, you know what I mean? He dipped, he went back to his cell, so it was about time for lockdown. My celly come up the stairs, you know what I mean? My celly come up the stairs, he was like, yo, what Light was doing in here? I was like, yo, he came up here to spend some money. Like, what you talking about? He's like, I don't like him no more, bro. I said, you don't like him no more? He was like, yeah, he for real, he bogus, man. He put somebody in on the team just because he hooked him up with his sister, bro. And I'm like, for real? I didn't want to say that, you know what I mean? Because it really wasn't it wasn't my business about everything me and Light had discussed, you know what I mean? And like, for real, like my roommate is the last person that I want to let something like this out to. So I held it in, pause, like I did, man. Like I wanted to be like, yo, Light say he gonna, but I didn't though, because I'm like, yo, bro could be a loose cannon with this. Like he might go back and say something and then, you know what I mean? I'm in the middle of stuff, so like I can't have that at the end of the day. So I didn't even tell him. But he in the cell venting the whole time about how he really ain't feeling like. So when we came out after count, you know what I mean? We moving around. He go out. He looking crazy in the face. So I see him try to go talk to Sean. Sean don't really want to talk to him. So I see my homeboys. So they like, what's going on, bro? What's good? I'm like, man, crazy, man. I was like, man, it's crazy in the pod, man. So we went in my homeboy cell and messed with a stick of the Lala. So when we go in there, we mess with the Lala. So we roll the joint up. So I'm like, yo, bro, this joint crazy, bro. I was like, man, say word. I was like, you know, dude hook Light up with his sister. Like, yeah, we heard you idiot. Hooked his sister up just to get on the team. Like, yeah, you like, man, you're an idiot, man. I was like, man, that's wild. I was like, look, say word, Light say once they get the visiting room jank straight, man. He was like, man, shorty girl gotta bring that pack game. He was like, everybody was like, what? Like, yeah. I was like, bro, he hooked a man with his sister. Like, that's what he trying to do. I was like, bro, trying to get in the car, bro, trying to get some money. Like, that's what bro trying to do. So my other one was like, well, I don't blame him. Like, we were just trying to get hooked up for love. He was like, man, I think Light got a bit to do. He was like, man, nobody just getting hooked up for love. I knew that. But I'm just like, how stupid is Sean for hooking somebody up with his sister? Like, I was just like, that's just the dumbest thing on earth, man. Like, I'm not feeling that, man. It's just the stupidest thing on earth to do, man. You know what I mean? So I kicked it with them, discussed that, hollered at them, you know what I mean? Everything straight. So we came out after we messed with the Lala. We went to Child. After we came back from Child, I seen my roommate, you know what I mean? After we came back from Child, I seen Light talking to the sergeant dude. So he having like a one-on-one with the sergeant dude. So I don't know what he was talking about. So after he finished talking to the sergeant dude, he dipped off and went and started talking to Sean. So him and Sean started having a conversation. After I seen Sean talking to Light, like for real, like Light was looking serious with the conversation. Like Light, he wasn't joking, like, you know what I mean? So like, it's like they kind of like got into it. It was like a little argument slightly. Like they kind of like, you know what I mean? Like a little, you know what I mean? Like, and you see Sean kind of like backed away, but Light was serious. Light won't like joking about it. Light was like, yeah, look, when we come back out, we got to finish this conversation. We got to finish. Sean was like, man, look, man, chill, man. We got to finish this conversation. Like, man, chill out, man. We did. Sean just kept saying, chill out. Light was like, look, man, when we come back out, man, we finishing this conversation, man. I don't think you're going to get away from this conversation, bro, because this serious right now, bro. This homie business right here, man. So I hear him say that. So Sean dipped. Sean go stand on the cut, like he wanted to go stand over by the back, like he was trying to talk to someone in the back or something. So he's standing back there. I see my roommate just walk back there. I really wanted to tell my roommate, man, like stay out of this business, man. Like what are you doing, bro? Stay out of this business, bro. Like this what are you doing, man? Like this ain't got nothing to do with you, bro. Like why you in these people business for real, man? You know what I mean? So like that's what I wanted to tell him, you know what I mean? But he's not gonna listen to me, man. Like he feeling bad for Sean. Sean already made his decision, man. Sean wanted to be part of the red team, y'all. So boom. Can you do? The man made his decision, man. My celly go right over there after he just had that major intense argument with Light. Now, Light, he really don't want to make no scene. I know that's the type of dude he is, but like it be so much you can hide from your pod. So like everybody's kind of knowing and see the tension of him and Sean or whatever the case. Sean ain't really no tension to him because everybody know Light will squash him, man. Light will beat him down, man. He has no match. He's no match for Light. I know he's not, man. So like Sean just kind of like acting all animated in the pod. And he like, man, John crazy. So like Sean is moving around, I don't know what he talking about. But he did stop and talk to my roommate for a second. So he talked to my roommate for a minute. You know what I mean? They had a conversation. They kicked it for a minute, man. I'm just like, man, that John crazy, man. Like, man, that John wild, man. So we locked down. So we come in the cell for lockdown. My roommate came in the joint, man. He was like, man, you ain't gonna believe this, man. He was like, man, for real though, Weezy, man. I ain't feeling it no more, Weezy, man. I say, bro, listen, because I wanted to say, you know, my roommate from Petersburg, like, bro, this is Tidewater Red Team members that he's dealing with. Like my Sean, Light, and all those dudes, they from Tidewater. This ain't even the Richmond mob of Red Team. So I wanted to, like, bro, what are you doing? What are you ready to go up against the Red Team up with Sean? He was like, nah. He was like, look. He was like, man, the unit manager and the sergeant told Light personally that that Sean can't get his sister off his visiting list no more. He can't get his sister off his visiting list. They ain't gonna be able to change it. So I'm like, man, to hear that, he was like, they told him they can't change it because they red team members. They not switching nothing like that. And I thought that was a little biased, but like maybe the investigator got in the middle of it and he the one put a stop to that jump right there. So that's what he telling me. So I'm like, man, for real? He like, yeah. So they told him he couldn't do it. He said, man, Light told him, man, that he gotta bring the package, Weezy. He said he gotta bring the package.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open